How did a dishonorably discharged soldier become our greatest hero? Staff Sergeant Mike Parker found out when he refused a direct order that would have killed innocent people. This was Afghanistan, 2012. Our unit was tracking a high-value target through a small village outside Kandahar. Intel said the guy was hiding in a compound with his fighters. Simple raid, get in, grab him, get out. Problem was, Parker had been watching that compound for 3 days straight. He saw families going in and out, kids playing in the courtyard, old women hanging laundry. This wasn't a terrorist hideout. When Captain Davis briefed the mission, Parker raised his hand. Sir, I've been observing that target building. There are civilians inside, lots of them. Davis brushed him off. Intelligence says otherwise. We're going in at 0300, that's final. But Parker knew what he'd seen. The night before the raid, he approached Davis privately. Captain, I'm telling you, there are innocent people in there. We hit that building, we're going to kill families. Davis lost it. Are you questioning my judgment, Sergeant? Are you refusing to follow orders? Parker stood his ground. If those orders involve killing civilians, then yes, sir, I am. What happened next destroyed Parker's career. Davis wrote him up for insubordination, failure to follow lawful orders, and conduct unbecoming. The charges stuck. Court-martial found him guilty on all counts. Dishonorably discharged after 8 years of service, lost his benefits, his pension, everything. The raid went forward without him. Just like Parker predicted, the building was full of civilians. 12 people died, including 4 kids under 10 years old. The high-value target wasn't even there. Davis got a reprimand. Parker got his life ruined. He came home to Kentucky with nothing but a bad discharge and the knowledge that he'd tried to do the right thing. Couldn't find decent work anywhere. Background checks always showed the dishonorable discharge. Employers wouldn't touch him. Spent 2 years doing odd jobs, barely scraping by. Then came September 15th, 2018. Parker was working construction in Louisville when the gas explosion happened. Entire apartment complex went up in flames. First responders couldn't get close because of secondary explosions. People trapped on upper floors, kids screaming from windows. Emergency crews standing around helpless, waiting for the fire department's special equipment. Parker didn't wait. Grabbed a ladder from his work truck and started climbing. His military training kicked in immediately. Room-to-room search patterns, evacuation procedures, smoke inhalation protocols. He went into that burning building 7 times. Carried out a grandmother on the 3rd floor, led a family of 5 down through the smoke, found a baby in a crib while flames ate through the hallway. When the special rescue unit finally arrived, Parker had already evacuated 23 people, single-handedly. No equipment except a construction ladder and 8 years of military training. Local news picked up the story. Hero construction worker saves dozens from apartment fire, but when they dug deeper, they found his military record. That's when everything changed. Reporters started asking questions about Afghanistan, about the raid, about why a decorated soldier got dishonorably discharged for trying to save civilian lives. The Pentagon launched an investigation, found that Davis had falsified intelligence reports, covered up the civilian casualties, even took credit for kills that never happened. Davis lost his commission, got court-martialed himself, military prison for fraud and conduct unbecoming an officer. 3 months later, Parker got a call from the Secretary of Defense. Not only was his discharge being upgraded to honorable, but they wanted him back. Special assignment, training officers on civilian protection protocols, making sure another Captain Davis situation never happened again. Parker's first class was at the War College, room full of majors and lieutenant colonels learning ethics from the guy they'd thrown out for having them. At the end of his presentation, a colonel raised his hand. Sergeant Parker, what would you have done differently in Afghanistan? Parker thought for a moment. Same thing I did in Louisville, sir. I'd have saved everyone I could, regardless of the consequences. The room stayed silent until the general in charge started clapping. Every officer in that room joined in. They were applauding the man who'd lost everything for refusing to kill innocent people. Last month, Parker received the Soldier's Medal for heroism during the apartment fire. The ceremony was held at the Pentagon with full military honors. As they pinned the medal on his chest, the Secretary of Defense leaned in close. The military needs more soldiers willing to lose everything for doing what's right. Welcome back, Sergeant Parker. Parker still teaches at the War College. His first lesson always starts the same way. Sometimes the most important order you'll ever receive is the one you refuse to follow.